That is one big pile of shit.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Feel, don't think.
Fear is my ally.
The Force will be with you.
We are encouraged to love. Be mindful of your thoughts.
I will not betray the Republic.
Hey, your worship, I'm only trying to help.
Scruffy-looking nerf herder.
I'm not afraid.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
In keeping with the trusty adage, starve a cold, disgust a fever.
What an odd combination of odors. Smells like a fish died and all the other fish sent flowers.
The fact that Headland is now connecting Darth Plagueis to the Trasholyte, I think should piss every Star Wars fan off. All right, we know she hates George Lucas. She hates him. She hates the prequels. She thinks George Lucas is a misogynist, etc. So, we should have seen this coming from 1,000 miles away. All right. Our bad. Okay, so when Star Wars Theory said he missed Rian Johnson, I don't think I'm gonna go that far, but this is Rian Johnson level, fuck you, George. This is Rian Johnson level, walk over to the sandbox, or the sandcastle that a guy put hours to put together, it's beautiful, and karate kicking it. And then taking a big dump on it. Okay. Now, you have to ask, why would she do this? Well, it's personal. I mean, she's working on her family issues. Even Kathleen Kennedy's reaction to the script she added, when she said, you wrote 2 good Star Wars scripts, now write Leslie Headland script. That's what we got. Okay. That's what we got. But here's my problem. Obviously, Kennedy and this deranged, man-hating pig had long conversations. Did Kennedy not understand that she was hiring someone who loathed her former boss and partner? The man she promised to protect the franchise to, right to his face? Or is she just, some phony baloney, lying sack of crap, piece of shit Hollywood drone that didn't mean a fucking word she said? Yeah. Okay. This is the extent of the conversation they have. And watching garbage like this is almost like watching revenge porn. This is that's what it is. And you gotta ask yourself, what exactly happened to Leslie Headland, who says she's such a big Star Wars fan, to hate Star Wars so much? Why did she think she could get away with this? Okay, why did she think she should do this, or could do this, or ought to do this? Why did either of these 2 fucking stupid women think they should do this? Okay? These are the questions that need to be asked. Where did the money come from? Didn't come from Disney. And from what we've been told, it's not a finished product. And Disney has to pretend it was. The reason why the episodes were short is because she filmed 4 kind of episodes. That's it. All right. Why did they think they could do this, should do this? All right, let's talk more.
This is like what we understand to be Star Wars. Like the idea that like that only came from George Lucas, that only George Lucas holds the key for what we understand to be Star Wars is just untrue. And I think the prequels are an excellent example of that. I mean, the idea that like when you're hiring a director, that everyone is sitting in there waiting for George Lucas and not for the person who's going to know to hire Ralph McQuarrie, that's the problem. That's the misogyny and the problem with the auteur myth as it stands today. Because they're not thinking this is the person that will hire the right people and this is the person that will be able to create the lookbooks and direct people to get them.
We're dealing with a woman with serious mental and emotional issues. We're dealing with a woman who takes all of the crap that she carries with her, God knows what that is, and inflicts it on everything around her. Okay, if you didn't like her stupid TV show, you're a bigot, sexist, and a homophobe. That's the TLJ defense. Well, fuck you, bitch. Okay? And she knows that she was going to have to fall back on that because the fans didn't want it. Just like we don't want a Rey movie. No one wants it. Okay? The only reason why this even got finished, I'm sure Disney just said, John, just do it, is because, get ready for this one, it can do the least damage to the franchise. Hedlund doesn't understand that. And she's going to every stupid fan site that loves her shit, the Mary Sue, the Nerdist, to explain herself. Then she contradicts herself. Then she mocks the fans some more. Okay? With her fake feminist bullshit. Okay? Her fake woke agenda. All right? Look, when you watch something like this or see it, it is bullying incarnate. It is literally telling you, the viewer, you will like what we give you or we will beat the shit out of you. And by reverting back to hiding behind black girls, sexuality, and calling everybody who hates it every sort of shitty name that she can think of, that's how she's bullying us. She thinks she can shame the fandom into watching this crap. Disney knows better, all right? The Puck story on the town told the tale. No one watched the last episode, except for Star Wars Theory, who almost had an aneurysm. And the post-mortem is, she's not getting a second show, okay? I don't see how it happens. I mean, and it's obvious. She stood like Pablo Hidalgo and the rest of the story group on the shoulders of geniuses without any discipline, without any thought of the story, and tried to make it her own. Selfishly, to put her own fucking brand of garbage on something that could have been good. There was no discipline. She required no discipline to do it. All right? It's like giving someone the keys to Tesla's greatest invention. It's like giving that to a 2-year-old. Okay? I would rather give whiskeys and car keys to a teenager than give the reins of Star Wars to a bitch like that.
That you're using here. It didn't require any discipline to attain it. You know, you read what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge for yourselves, so you don't take any responsibility. You don't take any responsibility for it. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you even knew what you had, you before. Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
It's like you're watching a narcissist constantly get their feed over and over and over again. And she intentionally inflicts pain on the fans, just like Rian Johnson did. And when you complain about it and blame, basically say, you gave us garbage, it's your fault you didn't like it. Okay, that's narcissism. Right there. Blame everybody else but yourself because you didn't do anything wrong. They didn't do anything wrong in their opinion. You don't give a franchise like this to someone like Leslie Headland. That is Kathy Kennedy's fault. Okay? And I think heads should roll for this. Stupid decision. There's absolutely no way Leslie Lego figure should be allowed anywhere near Star Wars again. She was allowed to do a TV show. She did a shitty job. She handed in unfinished work, poor work. I would have given her a D, if not an F. And other people had to finish it for her. She couldn't even make a coherent story. I mean, it was all over the place. It didn't make any sense. So why are we here? Why do we constantly have to come back to why the fuck do we have to be, why are they inflicting this on us? You know? Why, Kathleen Kennedy, does Leslie Forehead get an opportunity to be a showrunner for a TV show when far more talented writers and showrunners are out there without work who would have actually done a better job? That you could have chosen them, and people would have been satisfied. But no, you had to choose the angry, narcissistic, Vadolf Themler, because you felt sorry for her. This was actually something you thought was good. What I mean, then look, Kennedy can't even bring herself to remember it when she's confronted about it in an interview at Dodger Stadium. And the only thing she remembered was Mandalorian and Grogu. That's it. No Rey movie was mentioned, and she had to be reminded of the Trasholyte. So even she's distancing herself from this garbage. She's the one who said, we'll do it. She's the one who said, fire Karen McCarthy. All right, this is the problem that Star Wars has. And when you've got Matt Bellany, where do they go from here? Saying that on the town. That's kind of big. Because, look, people have to be fired. There has to be a transparent, I would say, violent reaction from Disney over this. That this didn't get people to subscribe. This didn't get people to want to watch again. Everybody, bolted from it. It's like, I'm like, what the hell are they waiting for? Why can't we get Lucasfilm at least to admit they made a mistake with this? Why can't we get Disney to say, this was a mistake, Leslie Headland was a bad choice to be a showrunner, Kathleen Kennedy is on terminal leave while we look for a new head of Lucasfilm. She has basically shown a desire to retire from Lucasfilm in October. That's all they have to say. We'll all know what it means. Okay? That's it. But still, here we are, still with that bitch's name everywhere, even though, intentionally tainting everything that John did. Okay, that's the part that pisses me off the most. This fucking show taints everything that's coming that's going to be good. That's what pisses me off. She makes this big pile of shit, doesn't even finish it, can't write dialogue, hands in this unfinished mess of woke garbage, and then parades around Hollywood like she did something. And everybody knows it's trash. When is Disney going to put an end to this? All right? And don't sit there and say they don't want to make money. That is fucking Alex Jones, tinfoil hat, nerdrotic, conspiracy theory, fucking garbage, okay? Business doesn't operate that way. All right, when you've got Matt Bellany questioning where does Star Wars go now, that should even make dumbasses like the Black Pills go, oh, okay. But hey, you know, when you're Leslie Headland and Kathleen Kennedy, and you can stand on the shoulders of geniuses, take what they created, and fucking turn it into garbage. You know, what are you gonna do? You know, the only thing Disney can do is erase the garbage and remove them. Tell Headland, you're not coming back for anything. Tell Kennedy, announce you're retiring. And do it, or we will put a press statement out. Because they were so immersed in it that they could do it, they didn't ponder if they should do it. And look where Star Wars is right now. This is Steph, signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy.